Well, we're gonna make them gather really quickly because when it comes to incredible goodies, I have them for an entire hour. Because not only are you going to get some of the best baked goods, you're going to get some of the best baked goods that have ever been baked. I have an entire hour with David's Cookies. And it doesn't matter if you love cake, if you love cookies, if you love brownies, maybe it's crumb cake, you name it, I've got it. And I have it with incredible values as well. I mean, look at the cookies. This is one of my favorite things that David's Cookies has ever done since they've been in business forever and ever and ever, which is they give you cookie dough. Pre-formed cookie dough. So let's say I want 2 chocolate chunk cookies, fresh baked. I pop them in the oven. I get the 2 cookies, I eat them, and then everything else is good to go. 8 dozen cookies you are going to get. It doesn't matter if you want the chocolate chunk, you will all get the chocolate chunk. Then you decide 4 dozen chocolate chunk and 4 dozen in the oatmeal raisin, or 4 dozen chocolate chunk and 4 dozen in the white chocolate macadamia nut. Whatever you would like, we have it available for you, okay? But let's start with another cookie from David's Cookies, because when it comes to David's Cookies, their #1 bestseller is the one you're seeing right there, one of the most famous cookies in the country by far, pecan meltaways. They are so delicious. They do melt in your mouth. They are cooked to order. And when you bite into them, it is just that perfect amount of crunch, but at the same time, not just crunch, a little bit of sweetness. That powdered sugar provides the perfect finish. And we have for you today a perfect combination for you, because we're gonna give you 3 pounds of your butter pecan meltaways for $39.95. You get 3 boxes. Each one of these boxes is gonna be 1 pound of the pecan meltaways, and we have flex payment available for you as well. Amy Garten is gonna be joining us now to tell us more about this when it comes to incredible cookies.
Incredible cookies.
One of the most loved cookies in the country, pecan meltaways. And David Cookies, how long in business?
Oh my gosh, for well over 40 years. David started in 1979 in that the famous department store in New York City that we have the big parade.
Right. And but here's the thing, of all the things they offer, #1 bestseller.
This is, you have all made this, the pecan meltaway, the #1 best offer. But I mean, there's kind of a reason why. They are called meltaways for a reason. They literally melt in your mouth when you eat them. They're so light, they're so delicate, they're so tender, and you just can't have one. They just melt in your mouth. But what I want to show you is, so these cookies are that shortbread style butter-based cookie, and they are made with those crunchy southern pecans in there. And what I love about this is that these can be on your shelf in your favorite cookie jar for up to 3 months, because there's no egg in it. They're the butter-based cookie, or you can stick them in your freezer for a year, and you're getting 3 pounds of these delicious cookies. So let's talk about the experience, because I really think these cookies are an experience when you eat them, these pecan meltaways. So first of all, when you take your first bite, you get that just powdered sugar on your lips, so sweet, so delicious, that little touch of sweetness. And then you're gonna bite in and get that savoriness of the butter. Oh, and then you, of course, you get those hearty pecans that are in there. And then, I mean, it's just, as all of this is happening, it's just melting away in your mouth. They are absolutely to die for good, which is again why they are the #1 cookie that you guys have made. And you're getting, I mean, you're getting 3 boxes. And what I love that David's did is, these are the perfect size to fit in your freezer. You can put them in your freezer easily.
Stack them up.
They're also great host
or share them with friends.
Or share them with friends, because you are getting 3 boxes. So, you know, keep one for yourself, enjoy, because they are coming fresh to you. So the only thing you have to do as soon as they arrive, open the box and enjoy. You don't have to do anything else. But then you can put them in your freezer for up to a year. You can stick them in your favorite cookie jar for 3 months out, because they are that shortbread butter-based cookie.
They're so good.
Or give them to your friends, share with, you know, the book club, or the, you know, coffee with the gals. They are just the most, I said, tender, delicate, delicious, delicious cookie with the perfect dusting of powdered sugar on there. And they're hand dusted with powdered sugar, so they are really going all out for you with David's on these.
You look at those great big chunks of pecans in there. I love it when you hit that pecan.
Good.
Look at that, right? Beautiful. Listen, you can either order these if you want them for immediate delivery. We have them available. If you would rather them come a little bit closer to maybe Easter or one of the holidays, then you can do future delivery for delivery on March 27th. So $39.95 is your price. You get 3 separate boxes, which I also love that they split them up.
Yes.
So that if I do want to share them with somebody, or if I need something to take to a dinner or, you know, an after school thing, then I can just take that one box. But 3 full pounds at $39.95. They are fresh baked when you order them. Nothing sitting on a shelf right now. When you order them, they will be completely fresh baked, shipped right out to you. And this is the time to do it because it has been a while since we've had David's Cookies.
It's been a while since we've been able to be.
What better to have as we celebrate great gatherings than that perfect amount of temptation when it comes to the sweet temptation.
I know, and this is my favorite way to eat the pecan meltaways. I just like a nice black coffee because I feel like just the tender sweetness of the pecan meltaway and that black coffee is such a beautiful combination. I mean, it's just like a taste explosion, I think. But you can have this with a nice cup of tea. You can do it with cocoa. You can even do it with a nice cold glass of milk. But how satisfying is that cookie just going in there with all of that just sweet powdered sugar in my coffee? It is absolutely delicious. And again, what I love too is that David's is making these fresh for you. Your cookies aren't even made. They're going to be made when you order them and you choose your ship date, whatever that is. That's when they'll be made fresh for you to enjoy.
Too. I mean, these are beautifully sized cookies. I think in this day and age, you know, we're finding a lot of people, a lot of companies are kind of trying to downsize their products a little bit, you know, because you know it's expensive and the ingredients are more expensive. David's Cookies is never going to compromise on their quality. Look at the way that you get those big chunks of pecans. When you bite into this, the buttery flavor of this, it is something that they have done for decades and decades and decades, and they are not going to change that recipe. So you're getting that exact same experience that you would have gotten way back in
1979.
Yeah, exactly. So why not get these home and experience something that is the perfect cookie? Now, I've got the cookie, the dough, the cookie dough. It's coming up. You're going to want that. I love having that in my freezer. One of my favorite things I've ever bought is the David's cookie dough. It's amazing. But this is a different experience because truthfully, you can't get this experience in your oven at home. This is not something that you can easily bake. The way that this is baked makes it very, very light, makes it crispy, but not hard at all. So it does, and I love that it doesn't fall apart. It just breaks perfectly.
It is that perfect tender cookie. You know, I always think of this as kind of like that nostalgic feeling when you're eating these pecan meltaways because, you know, I think a lot of people used to call them wedding cookies or tea cakes. And maybe you remember... No, right. Maybe you remember being in the, you know, the kitchen with your grandmother and you're making these by hand and you're forming all the round, you know, cookies and you're putting the powdered sugar on. But David's, they mastered the recipe. They did all the work for you so that you get to just, I mean, when these, you get 3 pounds. When they arrive to your door and you welcome them into your door, all you have to do is open the box and enjoy them. Let them melt away however you like to enjoy them, whether it's just straight out of the box, which I will confess that would be me, or you want to dip it in your black coffee, or you want to have some cocoa or some tea. And again, I mean, you're getting these 3 just cute boxes, the perfect size.
They're completely decorated, so you don't even have to wrap these cookies, do nothing to them. But this is the time to really think about, I think, you know, especially now that spring is springing, a lot of different places, not quite yet in Colorado. I know it's very cold in some areas.
In the Midwest, we might still be snowing.
But by the time you get these, maybe, you know, that weather's going to start clearing up.
Yes.
People are going to get out. They're going to start visiting. They're going to come over. You deserve something that is special. You know, if you're like me, I am constantly watching my weight. So when I eat something, I want it to be real. I want it to be
Yes.
the best of the best. I don't want to waste my calories on something I bought at the grocery store that frankly can cost as much as this. And
Right.
it just doesn't have that experience, doesn't have that history, doesn't have that beautiful, really famous history that David's puts into each and every cookie that they bake.
It is. I mean,
the quality is so exceptional.
It's the David's difference. It's because, you know, we use quality, real ingredients, real butter. We put so much love and care into our cookies, those crunchy southern pecans. And, you know, again, they're baking them fresh for you to come to your door fresh so you can enjoy or share with your friends. They're such cute boxes. They're so giftable. They're just absolutely delicious. Again, that shortbread style butter-based cookie that just melts in your mouth.
Absolutely
all goodness
incredible.
here.
If you would like to, if you've never tried them, you must try them. If you would like to order them, you can do either single ship, most popular at this point, but if you want a later delivery, you can also order them and have them delivered a little bit later in March, around the 27th of March. So fabulous. You know what, it's so cool because you take a bite and they don't fall apart. You know, they're just so masterfully made.
They just melt.
Of masterfully made, you are looking at one of the other top sellers when it comes to David's cookies. Their scones are absolutely world famous, and you will find out why, because if you have ever been to some of the other places and tried a scone and had to kind of, you know, choke it down with a glass of milk or something or some coffee, then wait till you try these. It is a completely different experience. And we have the 16-piece, fresh baked at $49.95. So those are gonna be coming up. But we do have lots of things happening on hsn.com, like our spring kitchen sale. You can see all of our delicious deals. Our today's special, absolutely so yummy. So shop it when you get a chance. But right now we're gonna move on to one of the other very famous baked goods when it comes to David's cookies. It's not their cookies, it is their cakes, their brownies, and their beautiful butter cake is so incredible. And look, you're looking at what?
Oh my gosh.
There must be like an inch of topping on there. Again, look at the moistness of this, and you're gonna get to either choose which one you want. So you're gonna get two 8x8 cakes for $44.95, 2 trays, and you can either choose if you want the 2 brownie trays, the 2 crumb cakes, or my personal choice, always get one of each, because they are so completely different in terms of that experience, and that experience is absolutely incredible. This is so epic when you take a bite. I don't care if it's the crumb cake or if it's the brownie. I'm gonna have to lift my finger.
You should just grab one and help yourself. I mean, so I love this. Again, David's just does us right on these. They are making these delicious original butter crumb cakes from scratch. This is that you know, golden pound cake base, and then on top, I mean,
so buttery. It's so moist.
Just look
I don't even know how they do it. I mean, it's incredible, right?
Yes, it's that bouncing back. So look at that pound cake just kind of bounce back at me. That is how fresh and moist that is, and delicious. And then on top, you're getting that New York style thick butter crumb topping. And we're talking brown sugar, we're talking cinnamon, butter, and of course, the perfect dusting of powdered sugar, again, just to give you that just great little hint of sweetness on top. But this is so delicious. I mean, to me, this is just breakfast. Just breakfast right here. I'm just gonna enjoy this with a cup of coffee.
You know, call it, attach it to any kind of meal you want to. It is such a treat, though. When you try this, it is a different experience than any kind of whatever you want to call it, coffee cake or crumb cake you've ever had. And my mom used to make amazing crumb cake, but it just simply, she finally just gave it up. She said, I'm ordering
I mean, again, this is gonna come, when you get this from David's, you're getting 2 boxes, they're 8x8. It's like almost 2 pounds of crumb cake, but this is gonna come fresh to your door, ready to eat. So you don't have to bake it, you don't have to make a mess, you don't have to think, oh my gosh, how do I make the perfect pound cake? David's has done that for you. They're gonna make the perfect butter pound cake for you with that butter and that brown sugar and that crumb topping, cinnamon and powdered sugar. And all you have to do, as soon as it arrives at your door, open it up and enjoy it. Or you can put it in your freezer for up to 6 months. But again, it's the original, that pound cake that just bounces back at you.
Let's talk about the brownies.
Oh my,
okay?
Yes,
because
should
frankly,
we talk or should we eat?
one of us is gonna talk about these brownies. These brownies are incredible. They are so melty and moist. And again, when it comes to the brownie, the way that they have done it, it's crispy on the edges, just like the brownies that you wanna cook and you never can get it quite right. You know, it's either too chewy.
You know why you can't get it right?
Why?
So when you go to the grocery store and you buy your brownie mix, what does it tell you in the back? It says add water. David's, we do not put any water inside of our brownies. We start our brownies off with pure melted down chocolate as our base. There is no water inside these brownies. It starts with that pure melted down chocolate. Then we bake our brownie to perfection. Then we smother it with those semi-sweet chocolate chips. So you are getting the most decadent, delicious, moist, ooey gooey chocolate chip brownie. I mean,
gooey is an understatement.
It is.
I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go to the sink and because I have so much chocolate all over me, it's crazy. But you're gonna love every single crumb of this. I mean, whichever choice you make, and by the way, you can either do it for immediate delivery. Again, if you want it a little bit later in March, then we can do that as well. Around March 27th, you'll get it. But that is the brownie tray. If you want 2 trays of the brownies, again, each tray, 8 by 8, so it is a big serving, okay? And frankly,
oh my gosh,
good luck eating anything over, you know, about an inch, because it is so rich and it is so filling that it's just, you just want a small taste of it. And it's just so satisfying.
But you know what the great thing is? You get to choose the size of piece you want to cut, because this comes uncut. Right. So it comes exactly how you're looking at this. So if you say, you know, I just need a little sweetness, I'm just going to cut myself
I am a mess
over
piece.
here.
It's
okay. You don't have to apologize to me. This is me daily.
I don't have it on my face.
But yes, you get to choose the size. So if you're feeling like, I need to treat myself today, I'm cutting a big old corner of that. Cut a big corner for yourself. If you just want a little snack, or you're having the gals over for coffee, you want to cut them in more petitfours or something, you get to pick whatever size you want. And again, they're coming fresh to your door, freshly made. You don't have to do any work. You don't have to do anything. You just get to open these boxes. You're getting 2 of them. Open the boxes up and enjoy. And I would suggest, so with the, especially the decadent chocolate brownies, I like to put them in, we usually never use the microwave on things, but I would put them in the microwave just for a little bit, just to kind of get those chips melty.
I think the number is like 15 seconds. Yeah. That's all you need, and it will be so perfectly melty and warm,
and
but
to
not,
die for.
Yeah, just amazing.
So, all those chocolate chips on top, and again, we start with that pure melted chocolate base. Delicious, no water in these babies.
Absolutely, so again, here's gonna be your choice. You have to decide, do I want 2 of the trays of the brownies? If you want 2 of the trays, this is what's coming to you right here. Look how nicely sized these are, and I'm also gonna pick it up so you can see they're also nice and deep as well. So as deep as they are delicious. So 2 of the trays of the brownies, or 2 of the trays of the crumb cake, or a lot of you ordering 1 of each, because you know what, who doesn't like a little bit, you know, sometimes you want chocolate and sometimes you just want that topping on there.
You want that butter,
Incredible.
that
butter
crumb cake. I mean, look how thick, that is like New York style, thick crumb topping. Again, look how look how my pound cake bounces back at me. It's like talking back to me. That is when you know you have fresh, you've got that handmade, delicious butter crumb topping. Oh my goodness. I mean, that is delicious right there. And of course, the perfect dusting of powdered sugar on each and every one of them. When it arrives fresh to your door. You can throw it in the freezer for 6 months, or just sit back and enjoy right away. Again, you know, David's is doing it again. They're putting them in such giftable boxes, because you are getting 2. So they are beautiful boxes that if you want to keep one and gift another, you can do that, or keep them both. But I love that you don't even have to get a gift bag or anything. You just because David's is that iconic dessert brand that we all know and love. And so you give this box and it just says David's on it, you know you're gonna have some happy campers.
Absolutely, $44.95 again. Either choose if you want immediate delivery, you can choose for March 27th delivery, and you choose, do I want 2 in the brownies, 2 in the crumb cake, or 1 of each for $44.95. Oh, it's so nice to have David's cookies back, and especially when it comes to the cookies. One of my all-time, and I mean epic things that they have ever done is when they came out with the cookie dough, pre-formed cookie dough that you can bake fresh baked David's cookies to order. I want 1, I want 3. I have a few people coming over. I'll do a half a dozen. It is incredible, and the way it makes your house smell, those are coming up few minutes away on that one, but that is, again, my favorite thing, just incredible. So, something else that we have available for you, because spring is springing, is our spring fashion collection. We have some great things that we're gonna be sharing with you throughout the next few weeks, so check it out when you get a chance. And gosh, our shoes that we're doing, absolutely incredible. So cookie dough coming up next, and wait till you see the carrot cake. Whoa.
Amazing. It's bigger than my head.
It's 7 pounds coming up.
At Dial 10 Beauty, we believe in the confidence that lies within you. Every woman deserves to feel empowered, unstoppable, and unapologetically beautiful. Give me 10 minutes and I'll change the way you see yourself.
Join HSN in celebrating International Women's Day. We're highlighting collections from woman-owned and founded businesses, including Clover by Joe by Joanna Garcia Swisher, Colleen Lopez Jewelry, Fashion by Rhonda Shear, and Doll 10 Beauty by Doris Dalton. All day Wednesday on HSN and hsn.com. Keep your favorite products coming with AutoShip at HSN. Receive your favorite items with automatic deliveries. Easily customize your shipping preferences. And shipping is free after your first order. Plus, AutoShip locks in your order price while enrolled. It's the smartest way to get more of a good thing. Search AutoShip on hsn.com. Did you know that we have amazing items and deals you'll never see on air? That's right, you'll only find them at hsn.com. We're talking top brands, exclusive names and bundles, plus thousands of products all the time. Discover all our best deals all in one place, including offers you'll see online only. And with hundreds of videos and customer reviews, we make it easy to shop smart. Click, explore, discover, and get more of what you love. Only at hsn.com.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. I am Alice Carone. Amy Garten is joining us, and we have one of the most famous bakery brands, not just in this country, but truly around the world.
I think everywhere.
David's Cookies has been around since 1970-something. But the way that it all started, as you can glean from the name, is from their cookies. Well, you're going to get the most famous cookie, the David's Chocolate Chunk Cookie. But on top of that, you're also going to get some other choices. And the thing about it is, instead of going to a bakery or going to a store and you have it and it's been there who knows how long, instead of that now, you can fresh bake the cookies. They are going to send you pre-formed cookie dough. It is absolutely one of the smartest things I have personally ever bought. I love each and every time I take 1 or 2 cookies. You know, most of us don't need a dozen cookies or 2 dozen cookies.
Just want a little sweet snack.
I just want a little nice fresh baked cookie. And when you smell it, when it is in the oven baking, I don't care if it's 1 cookie or 5 cookies, it makes no difference. That smell is so incredible. It couldn't be easier than you just, whatever you don't use, you put it right back in the freezer for your next little craving, and there you go. It is absolutely going to make the David's Cookies cookie. That's what's so incredible about it. This isn't close, this isn't quite, this isn't, I think I've got the recipe right. No, 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 this is it. This is the one. So you get to choose which you want, okay? So you can either get, I think you can get 8, and you're getting 8 dozen cookies.
Nearly 5.5 pounds of cookie dough.
It's massive.
It's amazing.
It really is.
And you didn't have to lift a finger.
No. So if you want all of it, you can do all of it in the chocolate chunk.
All of it in the chocolate chunk, the famous chocolate chunk cookie,
Yeah,
yes.
and look, this is why it's so famous. I don't even know if I could pick these up because they're so fresh. But look at the chunks of chocolate in there, okay? I mean, it's just crazy. Oh my God, I'm absolutely gonna lick my fingers.
Oh, you should.
I love cookie dough. I know you're not supposed to eat it raw or whatever, but here's the thing. You either choose 8 dozen in the chocolate chunk, or everybody can get 4 dozen in the chocolate chunk, and then you'll either choose if you want it with 4 dozen of the oatmeal raisin. You can also do it with the white chocolate macadamia nut as well. So those 2 combinations available, or like I said, just do the chocolate chunk. Whatever you do, get this cookie dough. It is incredible.
It is incredible. And I love, so David's, we talked about it. David started in 1979 in that famous department store in New York City. And this is what they sold, the famous chocolate chunk cookie. People would wait in line and pay $1 a cookie for all of these delicious, ooey gooey chocolate chunks. And this is the David's difference. We do not use chocolate chips. We use chunks and lots of chunks. This is the brown sugar-based cookie, but look at that. David's is a cookie dough company, so we make cookie dough. We know cookie dough. We do it to perfection. We do it right. And what we've done is we took all the guesswork out for you, all the measuring out for you. We're gonna send you the perfect, famous David's cookie dough, pre-formed, and it's gonna come to you frozen. So when you arrive it, when it gets to your house, bring it in, stick it in your freezer. It can stay in your freezer for a year. And then you just take out, you just take out what you need. So it comes fresh. These aren't even made for you. When you order, and of course pick your ship date, that's when they'll be made. And you're getting these just iconic, famous cookies. Again, that chocolate chunk, that real chocolate, big chunks, and we're very generous with it. So delicious, the famous cookie, but I gotta move on to the oatmeal raisin. I feel like the oatmeal raisin is almost like, this is my mom's favorite. So I know she's at home sitting, you know, they're thinking, Amy, please bring some oatmeal raisin cookies home. This is like, I feel like the quintessential cookie that you just have to have, that everyone just needs to have. But it's filled, I mean, oodles of plump California raisins in there. We are so generous with it. Again, there's a hint of molasses. We've got, little bit of warm cinnamon in there, and the rolled oats, and you can see all of that when you look in that cookie. You see all of those delicious, whole, real ingredients. That's the David's difference, the oatmeal raisin cookie. It is just by far just one of the most delicious, and I feel like, you know, that's like the quintessential cookie everyone just loves. But of course, the chocolate chunk is the #1 favorite, but you cannot go wrong with this chewy, tender, delicious, those plump raisins. And then I gotta show you the white macadamia nut.
Cinnamon in there is so perfect.
And just like a little kiss of molasses, just for that extra sweetness.
It changes the texture. Adding that molasses changes the texture.
Yes.
It's delicious.
So then we have our white chocolate macadamia nut. Now this is a golden-based cookie, and we've got those crunchy Hawaiian macadamia nuts in there, and oodles of creamy white chocolate chips in there. So when you bite into this, I feel like this is springtime at its finest. Like that cookie, it's just that light, you know, that white chocolate, those crunchy macadamia nuts. It's just absolutely delicious. And you see all those in there. You see those macadamia nuts. I mean, people will go crazy over this cookie. But I love it again. David said, how can we give you the best cookie whenever you want it? Even if it's just one cookie. We're gonna pre-form it. We're gonna do all the work. No shopping, no mixing, no mess, no dishes. Just stick this in your oven, 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes. You will have the perfect cookie every single time.
Every time. And you will have it 96 times, okay? 96 times. You will be baking fresh baked David's cookies. The key to this is the fact that it's fresh baked. it changes everything. I mean, if you've ever been to a bakery, ever been to a store, you buy cookies, you bring them home, they're hard as rocks. They don't have that flavor. They don't have that ooey gooey nature of it. And they don't have the smell that you absolutely, it's such an incredible.
Talking of the smell, Alice, I can smell it from in the back room.
Can you, right?
May I?
Yes, please.
No,
I mean,
and you can speak to fresh baked. I mean, it's fresh baked, right? It changes everything.
And guess what? If you need something to bake it in, I'm going to show you later on.
Yes.
They are fabulous.
Aren't they? And when you bake these too, it's like, I feel like every realtor needs to have this cookie dough. Please take a few more.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
He's coming up next hour, so if you can, stay tuned. I got some special things from Chef Curtis.
But you know, when you bake cookies fresh in your home, and when you bake David's cookies, like the legit cookie dough, your home smells so good. And sorry, I got stopped by the chocolate chunks here. Look at all of those chocolate chunks in our famous chocolate chunk cookie. Just insane. But when you bake these in your home, again, that's all you have to do because they're coming fresh to you. They're not even made yet. And when they come to you, they will come frozen. Stick them right in your freezer. And when you're ready, you just bake them on 350 for 12 to 15 minutes based on how much do you like it, but you get that ooey gooey soft middle, and then you get that nice little crisp on the outside. The perfect cookie every time you want the perfect cookie.
Every single time. 96 cookies. You are getting a ton of cookie dough. And these are full-size cookies you're baking, because frankly, I ordered this one time and they were smaller. It was more like just like little mini cookies. These are going to bake into full-size cookies. So you will get your choice of, I want to immediately get them, which is the right choice, okay? I don't know how you can watch this and not have them delivered immediately. You can do immediate shipment, you can do auto ship, lock in that price of $44.95, and we can also do a future delivery. If you would like it a little bit later in March, we can do that as well, which is your future delivery option. So you're either gonna get all of the chocolate chunk, okay? Either choose it with 8 dozen of the chocolate chunk, or our #1 bestseller right now is 4 dozen of the chocolate chunk, 4 dozen of the oatmeal raisin. And then the other choice is 4 dozen of the chocolate chunk and 4 dozen of your white macadamia, white chocolate chip choice as well. So whatever you choose, just understand the difference between this and every other cookie is this is David's cookies. This isn't close. This isn't, well, I Googled the recipe for it and let me see if I can do it and get it close, you know? This is the real deal. This is what they make and this is their recipe. But when you can take their recipe, it'd be like going into a restaurant and being able to take something home and then fresh bake it in your oven, but a professional chef has prepared it.
Right.
And that's exactly what you're getting here. And when you bake that 1 or 2 cookies or 6 cookies, it doesn't matter. It's going to be fresh baked. It is a completely different experience.
It absolutely is. And you talked about the size too. This is almost a full ounce. This is the signature size that they started with in 1979 in that famous department store that everyone waited in line for. This is that signature size. So it is the perfect full-size cookie. And we just have to look at that white macadamia, white chocolate chip cookie again. I mean, those white chocolate, creamy white chocolate chips, those crunchy Hawaiian macadamia nuts. This, I feel like, is so springtime and delicious. And of course, oatmeal or chocolate chunk, you just can't go wrong.
No, you can't. 8 dozen cookies that you're gonna be able to bake fresh. And I've got these in my freezer right now. Rich has them in his as well, because whenever people come over, I mean, there's just nothing like a fresh baked cookie.
Nothing like it.
Fresh baked David's cookies. I mean, really?
David's,
It's just different than any other experience. So make sure you go ahead and order whichever flavor happens to appeal to you. And know that something else that we have that is available to you now is being able to stream HSN Plus. You can stream HSN Plus for free and then dive into the total shopping experience. It's the shows that you know and love from HSN Plus, exclusive shows. There's events, new and returning favorites, and deals that can't be beat, all for free, anytime, any place that you want to stream. But don't go anywhere right now, because I have this crazy cake. This is what it should be called. It should be called the crazy carrot cake. This is a 7-pound cake. To call it huge is an understatement. It is massive. And this is one slice that you are looking at here. 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of your carrot cake done by David's Cookies. I will tell you, I have ordered their cakes repeatedly because they are so well done and frankly, so affordable. $54.95 for a 7-pound cake. When you look at this slice, this is probably almost enough for 3 people because it is so rich that I don't know anybody who could actually eat that. Look at this, all right? It's a huge slice. But when it comes to carrot cake, they offer a lot of different cakes, but you know, this is the way I get my vegetables.
And there's real vegetables in here, so you're not wrong, Alice. Go ahead and take one of these.
Well, I'm gonna be really smart and go to the back corner. I think this is the best bite right here. Back corner.
Yeah, get a little bit of
because
everything.
it has the double intersection, you know, of all of that frosting, and then you go deep right there, and look at that because the frost. Look at that frosting.
That is
so
made from scratch cream cheese frosting.
I actually don't think I can eat that much.
I mean, you can, but we won't do it live on television, though. I would at home. Won't lie. So this cake is the creamiest, most delicious, moist, 4-layer. Colossal.
4-layer cake.
4 layers. Who's making layer cakes anymore? 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of handmade, made from scratch, amazing, delicious, moist carrot cake. I mean, just
and they
look
don't
at this.
skimp
This is
on the icing, even between the layers.
No.
I love that they put plenty of icing in there. But look at them, the moistness. It's absolutely incredible. Almost doesn't need icing, but of course.
But you can't go. I mean, you have to have cream cheese icing.
But look at this. Look at how creamy the cake is.
And I want you to look at.
You could take that and make it into a little carrot cake meatball. I mean, that is just so good. Look at.
And I wouldn't be mad at you.
I can actually just take the cake out. It is so moist. Curtis Stone needs to come back.
I know, Curtis.
He needs to come on back.
Let's talk about what's in this cake, but what I love is you can actually see what's in it. I mean, look close at my cake. There are freshly grated carrots in here. You see those carrots, freshly grated carrots. We've got the southern crunchy pecans in there. You see them. And then we've got great hidden flavors. There's pineapple, there's shredded coconut. And then, of course, our cream cheese frosting. This is, again, made from scratch. You get the tang of that real cream cheese because we use real cream cheese, and then the powdered sugar and the butter, all of that mixed together. And then we don't even stop there. But on the outside, we encrust your entire cake. If you see all the way around, a 360 view, encrust the entire cake with walnuts. It is just divine. I mean, this is a showstopper when you put it on your table for Easter, for whatever event. This is a show-stopping cake. And then you cut into it, and they see those 4 amazing handmade layers of cake with the perfect amount of, again, made from scratch, cream cheese frosting right in there. This cake is so moist. Look at that. Look how moist that is.
It's crazy. And really, it is a crazy carrot cake. I wish I could give you just a better perspective of
how big
this cake is. It really is one of the most oversized cakes. 7 pounds is massive. That is truly. With the 4 layers for sure, plenty of icing on there. But when you cut into it, you will do a sliver because you simply cannot do a piece like this. I mean, it's too much.
Unless that's just your dinner.
And it's so rich, but you will love it because I would put up this carrot cake against any bakery, anywhere, any name that is famous for carrot cake. You know, I think it's amazing that there's a great. When it comes to carrot cake, David's Cookies isn't really known for carrot cake. They're known for their chocolate, for their cheesecakes. Let me tell you, just try this carrot cake.
Yep.
I don't even eat carrot cake.
But this
and
is
I
an
almost can't stop. It's so good.
award-winning carrot cake. It is an award-winning carrot cake. I wanted to show you how this is gonna arrive to you. So this is going to arrive to you.
It keeps its shape
fresh.
really nicely.
Yes, it's fully collared around the whole thing, and of course it's sealed, so it's gonna maintain its freshness. It's gonna arrive to your door frozen. Stick it in your freezer. When you're ready to use it, you take off that collar, let it sit in the fridge for, you know, either the morning that you're gonna use it or stick it in there the night before, and then it's gonna be perfect when you cut into it to serve it to your guests. But here's the great part. I mean, this is a 7-pound creamy, delicious, moist cake. If you don't eat this whole thing, you can wrap it back up and put it back in your freezer and enjoy it again and again and again. It'll stay in your freezer for 6 months, but you can refreeze it. And I think that's so great that David's did that, because they know they're giving us a colossal 7-pound made from scratch, delicious carrot cake. We want to keep enjoying it. Nobody wants to throw that away if we don't eat it. So if you only use half of it, if you only just go cut yourself a slice because you just want that little sweet treat at the end of the night and you love carrot cake, then you can wrap it back up and put it back in your freezer. That is just, I think I love that, because it's just, you know, you just keep the goodness longer
frankly,
and longer.
it would have to be a massive party.
Yeah.
A massive party, a big event for you to be able to eat this entire cake. It is really 7 pounds of just pure heaven. And like I said, when it comes to carrot cake, a lot of them can be dry. A lot of them are, the cream cheese overpowers the little bit of cinnamon and everything else that needs to be in there that you need to taste. This is so perfectly done, and creaminess. I don't know how they get the moistness in their cakes. I mean, it's one thing to have creamy icing. Yeah, you expect that, but the creaminess of the cake, the moistness of the cake, it's absolutely incredible.
Well, we call it the David's difference. It really is the David's difference, and it's because of the ingredients they use. I mean, they're not even buying bags of shredded carrots. They are freshly grating these carrots for each cake they're making. All 4 layers are handmade. You can get the walnuts in there. We put pineapple in there. We put shredded coconut. You might not even know there's shredded coconut in there, but I'm telling you, those little hints, those little hidden flavors make all the layers, difference. Right. Just layers that marry together so well. And then again, that cream cheese frosting is just the perfect combination, because we are using real cream cheese and powdered sugar and butter. So you get that nice tang that just goes so great. And I mean, you see the carrots, you see all those southern crunchy pecans in there. So you know you're getting a fresh, delicious David's cake. Oh
okay,
my gosh.
listen, $59.95 is your price on this. Get it while we've got it already. I think over 500 of these have been ordered. So I have about 750 left now to go around, so fast approaching almost half of our quantity gone. This cake is exceptional. It is unlike probably any cake, I would say, unless you've had a David's Cookies cake, which I order mine on if I have any big event, I order David's Cookies. Number one, they're so much more affordable than a lot of the other cakes that are out there, but frankly, their quality is just so exceptional. And you can take my word for it if you want to, but you really need to try it. And even with our food, don't forget, if you don't love it, you can still send it back for a full refund. This is not coming back. This is something that you will tell your friends about. You will just, all of a sudden, you become, we really should have David's Cookies ambassadors.
Oh, yes!
I could be one. I would be like out there going, you gotta try the cake. You gotta try the cookie dough. It's just really one of the best baked goods lines out there. But to be able to get it in your home.
Right.
This kind of quality, this kind of price, and that's what makes this such a different experience.
It is, you're right, because David's is sending you directly to your home, or if you want to be nice, David's will send it anywhere if you want to pick a loved one or a good friend and surprise them with something delicious.
Gosh, wouldn't that be exceptional?
Oh my gosh, right. Can you imagine that coming to your door and you didn't even know? That would just be the best gift ever. But they're delivering it fresh to your door. Again, these cakes are not even baked. They're going to come fresh from our bakery to your door. Pop them in the freezer. They'll last in your freezer up to 6 months. When you're ready to use them, you're going to take them out the night before or the day of and just put it in your fridge to thaw. And then look at this. You're going to get the most, oh my gosh, moist, delicious, made with real ingredients, freshly shredded carrots. Oh my gosh, coconut, pineapple, and that cream cheese
Look
frosting.
at how the cake doesn't even fall off, right?
It's so moist.
It is so moist, it just stays together. It is so incredible. The experience of a David's Cookies cake. And frankly, you know, you had me at David's Cookies. They're so good. They're so perfectly balanced. Their recipes, they have nailed them for decades, and they never change them. But this cake, this carrot cake, I know they used to do the chocolate cake. I think they still do.
They still do, but
go online and find it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, go online and find their chocolate cake. It is one of the most decadent I've ever experienced. I don't eat carrot cake. It's not my thing. I don't eat carrots, frankly. But this carrot cake, you don't care that there are carrots in there. It is so, again, moist. It is creamy. It is the nuance of the flavors that are in here. It's just really beautiful.
It is absolutely delicious. And it's 7 pounds. I mean, I need to go back to that. It's a 7-pound cake that you're getting at this value.
Look at a slice.
Delivered fresh to your door. I mean, you can do a small slice, you can do, you know, a regular slice. You can go for that steakhouse size slice, whatever you want to do. And whatever you don't use, you can put it back in your freezer and refreeze it to enjoy it again and again. But it's, I mean, that's the David's difference. You see all those fresh ingredients, those freshly grated carrots, those southern pecans. And I mean, I will talk about the cream cheese frosting, you know, just on and on forever, because it is so absolutely delicious.
I just want to spoon it. I want to actually scrape it off the cake and just like, put it in a dish.
Oh, and just
eat it.
But this is the perfect cake for this time of year. I really feel, I mean, any time of year, but it's, you know, spring is coming around the corner, Passover, Easter. This is your showstopper. I mean, the entire cake is encrusted with walnuts around 360. That is a show-stopping cake. If you put that at the center of your Easter table for everyone to enjoy, how amazing would that be?
I mean, visually, it's so beautiful, but once you taste it's crazy. It really is. So stay in the ordering process for this because you do not want to miss it. Like I said, already getting limited with our carrot cake. And 20 minutes away from Chef Curtis Stone, he has something so brand new. How cool is this? So this is now his DuraPan, which we have sold millions of his DuraPans, but he has done it now with a very unique design. It's a 12-inch casserole with a koala lid knob, and we're gonna tell you the reason why he did the koala knob on it and how it's just really got a special meaning to it. So weekly deal drop coming up in my next hour. But first, we have to finish out this hour with another David's Cookies favorite, which is their scones. Again, I don't eat carrot cake and I don't eat scones. It's not because I don't like scones, it's that it's very hard to find scones that are not dry and that don't just fall apart. That all changes when you try David's Cookie scones.
Oh my gosh.
Their recipe is just, it's absolutely perfect. It's one of the things my mom always asked me for. She always wanted the David's Cookie scones. We have 16 pieces. These are, again, fresh baked. And they are priced at an HSN deal price of $49.95. You get to choose which ones you want. The classic is gonna be the cinnamon. So everybody gets the cinnamon scones, which the amount of cinnamon they use, I swear, it's almost
insane,
like crazy, right? So you can either choose the cinnamon, all cinnamon, or you can get 8 cinnamon, 8 cranberry, 8 cinnamon, 8 of the, is it, lemon with the chocolate chip?
Yes, so this is our lemon white chocolate chip, exclusive to HSN that you cannot get anywhere else. Oh my gosh, and it is divine. Let's talk about...
And the other choice is going to be your cinnamon with 8 of your butterscotch. And if you've never tried their butterscotch scone, it actually is my favorite.
Yep, the butterscotch pecan is now.
I can't believe you're adding honey to that.
I mean, why wouldn't you? It's just, you can't go wrong. This is so delicious. So this is the #1 flavor, although I think cranberry orange is really trying to knock it out of its place because you guys have made cranberry orange very popular. But this is the #1 flavor. This is the cinnamon chip scone. I just have to show you this. So what David's does different with their scone, I mean, when you get these to your home, we're gonna ask you to please just gently warm them in your oven for about 5 to 7 minutes, low temp, 250 to 300. Your house is gonna smell divine. But David's difference in their scones is they're using real ingredients. They're using fresh, heavy cream. They're using pure creamery butter, whole eggs, vanilla. I mean, you see the difference. This is that cinnamon chip scone. This is the #1 currently. Like I said, I think the orange cranberry is trying to knock it out of its spot, but this is filled with oodles and oodles of sweet cinnamon chips, and then of course we've got that crystallized cinnamon sugar on the top. When you warm this up, just gently warm it up, those cinnamon chips are gonna melt in there, and it is going to be the most divine, tender, flaky, just goodness that you will treat yourself with.
Absolutely. HSN deal price, $49.95. This is 16 pieces that are coming to your front door. I will tell you that my mom and I usually would split one because we couldn't eat like a whole one. And it doesn't matter if you can eat a whole one, do it, because they are so exceptional. Again, this is the kind of quality that even if you go to a bakery, you know, a lot of your bakeries can't do a scone like this. I mean, you just can't find this kind of quality, and especially not at this kind of value. It's a great price and delivered to your front door. I mean, why not try them? Again, everybody can either get them for immediate delivery. We have them on auto ship if you want to guarantee that price going forward. We also have them on future delivery as well, which is something kind of nice that we're doing. If you don't want them right now, but you have people coming in a little bit later in the month for some of the holidays, then you can do that as well. And it will be there right around, I think, March 27th. So you can decide how you want it in terms of delivery, but mostly you need to decide which of the flavors you want. That cinnamon is absolutely incredible. They're #1 bestseller.
#1 bestseller.
So everybody's gonna get that. It's just, do you want another flavor with that? And if you do, then you're going to get 8 of the additional flavor. The one you're looking at right there, that's gonna be your cranberry orange.
This is the lemon white chocolate chip. So this is like, oh my gosh, there's something so special about this. We use pure lemon oil. So pure lemon oil, you get that great little citrusy bite, but then we've got those creamy white chocolate chips in there that just marry so well. So it's almost like a citrusy decadence. But this is exclusive to HSN, this lemon white chocolate chip. I mean, look at that. That is just divine goodness. Look at, you see all those pockets, and then when you heat those, heat this up gently, those white chocolate chips will just melt in there so nicely. It's gonna be so fluffy, so tender, so yummy, with just that little bit of crisp crunch on the outside. Absolutely delicious. And I wanted to talk about the size. So yes,
I was just gonna say, look, it's almost a two-hander.
Yeah, it's like,
really?
This is so
such
big.
a big scone.
But you're getting 16 scones.
Wow.
4 pounds of scones are coming fresh to your door, and that is how they're gonna arrive. They're gonna arrive fresh to your door. You can keep them in your freezer for up to 6 months and enjoy them whenever you want to pull a scone out. Lightly, just gently warm that up in your oven, low temperature, 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's gonna, oh my gosh, the
Look
smell
at all
and
the cranberries in this darn thing.
Oh my gosh, so
let's
talk about that cranberry one. So the cranberry orange has become I think it's like the running mate with the cinnamon chip. This is, again, it's made, so all of our scones are made with, we're saying, that fresh, heavy cream, that pure butter, the whole eggs, but the cranberry orange is made with pure orange oil. So when you bite into this, you get that great bite of citrus without the pucker, without that pucker. You just still get that. It's
so interesting because it's almost like you added zest. You know, I sometimes add zest to some of my recipes to get that extra kind of flavor, that extra oomph, and you taste it. You taste that balance of the orange and the cranberry. It's really
And then our
wonderful.
cranberries on this, I mean, you can even see them here on the outside. We use 2 kinds of cranberries in here. So we use a frozen cranberry and we use a premium dried cranberry. So you're getting like the ultimate of that chewy, tangy. I mean, look at all those cranberries on the inside. Absolutely chocked full, oodles of cranberries. Again, that pure orange oil. So this is like that just bright, fresh taste of a scone. gently warmed up, absolutely delicious. You cannot go wrong with this scone. And it's so popular too. Again, look how chocked full that is. It's flaky, it's chewy, it's just that perfect tender center. Absolutely delicious. And then I'm gonna move on to my last option that we have. You know, you can just get them all if you want. This is our butterscotch pecan. So butterscotch pecan, oh my gosh, this is to me like that sweetness. It's got oodles of creamy butterscotch chips in there and those crunchy southern pecans. And look how you can see how they're like just everywhere, those butterscotch chips. And when you heat that up again, melts so divinely into these scones. These are absolutely delicious. So whether you're having coffee or tea or it's breakfast or whatever it is, I mean, these are good any time of the day. Absolutely divine. And you're getting 4 pounds of them.
Absolutely, you're getting a total of 16. $49.95, 3 flex payments available, and you decide which of the flavors you want. But you will find that these are oversized scones. And size is one thing, but really, truly, it's about the quality. It's about the fact that these are different than most of the other scones out there. There's a reason why when you go to some countries, they make you put cream on them because they are so dry. And if you try to break them, then they just turn almost into scone crumbs, okay? Because they just fall apart. These are just beautifully moist. They are crispy on the outside though, and really just have this gorgeous mix of flavors. So cinnamon's gonna be our #1 bestseller. Then you decide, do I want them all to be the cinnamon, or do I want them to be either 8 of the cinnamon, 8 of the butterscotch, 8 of the cinnamon, I'm sorry, of the cranberry, 2 kinds of cranberry and orange. You'll get 8 of those, or you can get 8 of the brand new, and nobody else has them.
Nobody.
Which is the white lemon and white chocolate chip.
Yes, oh my gosh. And again, I've got the lemon white chocolate chip here. And you know, you talked about the difference. Yeah, you can go to a big coffee chain, you can order a scone, but you're probably gonna pay a lot of money for a dry
and be
scone.
disappointed
And be
in
disappointed, but look at this. Oh my
How does that
gosh.
not just, you know, scones just crumble in your hands.
Yeah.
Look at that. By the way, we're already counting these down, so if you want the scones, how many do I have left? Okay, 300, and we have a left counter up on the screen right now. So very few of these now remaining, and that is across all of the different combinations, okay? So if you're thinking about them, don't think too long. That QR code is the quickest way for you to be able to order. You just hold your phone's camera up there, takes you right to where you want to go, and you want these to go right to your front door.
And they are gonna come right to your front door, and again, you're getting 2.
And they're pre-baked, right?
Pre-baked.
Which is important, because again, with scones, a lot of baking, if you don't have the right temperature, if you don't have the right oven, the right style of cooking.
It's like a chemistry. If you don't get the right, the exact amount of each ingredient, it's like a chemistry. And that can fail and you get that hard like block. No. With David's, I mean, they're gonna come fresh to your door. You get 2 bakery boxes, 4 pounds of scones, 16 scones that you can keep to yourself, or you can be kind and share, whatever you wanna do. You do you. But again, fresh, heavy cream, that real creamery butter, whole eggs, vanilla, and then each individual flavor, real ingredients. That's the difference in David's. That's the David's difference into why when you get these scones at home, and you gently warm them up, they're gonna make your house smell like you are a bakery. And you're gonna taste these, you're gonna eat them, and you're gonna realize, oh, that's what a scone is supposed to taste like.
Exactly.
That's what a scone is supposed to taste like.
David may not have invented the scone, but they certainly have reinvented it. And improved
perfected it.
Right,
yes.
Improved it by far. So whatever style you would like, whatever flavor you would like, make sure that you get them now. Again, we're counting these down. So if you'd like them, which one is gonna sell out first? Do you know, Kyle? Actually, the cinnamon and the butterscotch combination are going to be the first to sell out, and those were very popular. And the second that's going to go is going to be the cinnamon with the cranberry, the cranberry orange. I can't, the orange combination of that, it's almost like orange zest in there.
Oh, it is because it's
Taste
pure.
it, it's really good.
Yes, pure orange oil that's going inside of there. 2 kinds of cranberries, frozen and the premium dried cranberries. And with that orange oil, that pure orange oil, you, like I said, you get that great citrusy bite, that great, you know, tang and chew from the cranberries, but none of that pucker.
Well,
it's
and
just
it tastes
fresh,
like, it tastes
bright
like real
taste.
orange. How many times
Yes.
have you gotten something and wanted that orange or that cranberry flavor, and it was, what is this? You know,
Yeah,
I don't even
right.
recognize this
Yep.
flavor.
What am I looking at?
You will know exactly what you are tasting with David's cookies. Just beautiful.
Oh my gosh. And this is, again, this is the exclusive one. If you haven't tried this, I'm just gonna highly recommend you do. This is exclusive to HSN. This is the lemon white chocolate chip. I mean, look at all those nooks and crannies and all that tenderness, oh my gosh, it's just to die for, gonna melt in your mouth. Absolutely delicious. Again, pure lemon oil, so we're getting that real citrus taste without any of that pucker. And those creamy white chocolate chips, they just give like a decadent, oh, cookies. David's is just so
We're
good
gonna
today.
tempt your sweet tooth in so many different ways. So if you miss the cookies, then what we have is the ability to make a David's cookies fresh in your home. We're gonna give you the David's Cookies cookie dough. All you do is pop it on a little baking tray and cook it for a couple of minutes, and you will be good to go, and you will have fresh baked David's cookies, okay? Nothing close, nothing kind of like, well, it's the real deal.
The
They're so
perfect
good.
cookie when you need the perfect cookie.
Absolutely.
And it's the dough, they're preformed, they're ready for you to go. Arrive to your house ready. So good to see you,
Thank
Alice.
you so much,
Thank
Amy.
you so much.
Amazing. Shop the entire David's Cookies collection, okay? But get ready, because now we're going to give you baking trays and so much more from Curtis Stone.